good evening, and welcome to Tea Time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Tea Time. It is Monday night, January 19th. I'm going to talk about my weekend real quick and then get to my guest. I'm so excited he's here. I really didn't do too much this weekend. I had to read scripts, learn lines. I'm filming the end of the month, so I basically just chilled most of the weekend. Sunday, you know, is laundry day. We only clean underwear, so I did laundry. And then again, prepping for the show for tonight. So I'm excited because we know each other about 5 years. We met at Soprano Con, Mob Con in Atlantic City 5 years ago, and then we got to know each other more. He's a talk show host, he's a producer, he's a writer, he's a musician, and he's a songwriter too. Yeah, Johnny Potenza, Johnny P.
Hello, my dear.
How are you, my love? Oh, thank you.
It's my
That's
pleasure.
the first time anyone's kissed my hands.
Because I'm a complete gentleman, no matter what anybody says.
Oh, yes, you are.
Only with the ladies.
Only with the ladies. All right, so listen, I want everyone to get to know you. I'm excited you're here.
Thank you.
You're originally from Brooklyn.
Yes, I am Brooklyn born.
What part of Brooklyn?
Where was I born? In Bensonhurst, 72nd, 18th Avenue. And then by the time I was 7, we moved to Midwood / Gravesend Avenue West, East 16th Street.
Yeah. Well, you are adorable baby. Can we put up pic B, please? Because you're so cute. I love it.
That's it.
I love it. Look at you, ready to play baseball and everything.
No, I don't play baseball. I'm ready to hit it.
No, I know.
The kid.
The baseball bat ended up becoming drumsticks for you.
I'm only kidding.
That's great. And then you moved to Staten Island.
Yes, not by choice, but yeah, my dad wanted to give us a better life and get us out of Brooklyn. And technically, Staten Island wound up being just another outlet of Brooklyn, you know. But yeah, I moved into a great neighborhood, Princess Bay in Staten Island on the South Shore. You know, without being, you know, biased or anything, it was all Italian, Irish, Jewish.
Yeah.
Like just where I came from, nice area. And it was more country though. And
Back then, yeah.
I wanted to die because, you know, we lived on a dead end street, and then there were woods behind us. But then the neighborhood only had about, I don't know, 8 stores. I wanted to cry. I lived across the street from a park, and you know, Avenue U was 2 blocks away from me, and then Kings Highway was 2 blocks, and then Coney Island Avenue was a couple blocks, and Ocean Avenue. So
right,
I
you
had
everything around you.
Everything was there.
Yeah,
Crazy
yeah.
Eddies and all the movie theaters.
It was
And
like going from the city to the country in a way.
yes, so. But you know how it goes. You know, you always find the crowd that you're looking for.
Yeah, or they find you. So you went to Tottenville High School.
Yes, I went
Right?
to IS7 first. That was Bernstein. That was
Okay.
you know, sixth grade.
Yeah.
To 8th, and then I went to Tottenville High School.
And we got a picture. Picture C, please. Because I got a
do we
picture
got
of you
here?
at the prom.
Oh,
Your prom
wow.
pic.
Yeah.
That's your prom pic, and that's your mom and your dad and your brother.
Yeah.
That was your prom.
That's hilarious. I look like John Travolta in that.
Everyone did back then.
I went to that prom with my first love. I don't want to mention no names because she actually lives out here.
Okay.
She's married and everything else, but she was, you know, we went out for
No
like.
one forgets their first love.
No, we went out for like 8 years. It was a great time, but you know, by the time she wanted to go to the next level. I was
right.
you know,
You weren't ready.
things happen.
Things happen.
But yeah, you never forget your first love.
So tell me real quick about your mom and your dad, and what your dad did for a living, as far as
Well, we're
putting food on the table.
I'm sorry, American-born. What's it? Italian-American they call it?
Yeah.
So my dad was an old-time plasterer, and he taught me how to do it. And then he got on the fire department, so he was a retired fireman.
Yeah.
And my mom was, she took care of the kids like the old school. They were young. My father got married at 20. They got married at 22, 21 years old. All their friends did, and I was the oldest out of all the nephews and the friends, and I was the most rambunctious, you might say.
That's a nice way of putting it. You picked up drums. You wanted to play drums, and I think you started when you were 12 years old?
Yeah, but I wanted to play a lot earlier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my father took me to see Kiss was my favorite band, but my first concert I was 10, 12 years old. Was actually, I was 77. Yeah, I was 12 years old, and I saw Kiss at the Garden.
And that was your first concert ever?
That was the Love Gun Tour Live 2, but I wanted to play the drums like 9 years old, and at 10 years old, my father, they were building a house in Staten Island, and he says, wait till we get to Staten Island, if you still want to play, I'll buy you a drum set, because, it was hard for them, but it was, property back then was very cheap, but it was still expensive to the cost of living back in the 70s.
Yeah.
I think they paid a big piece of lot. It was like 120 by 130. My dad paid like $30,000 for that back then. Now that's like 600,000, 700,000 on Staten Island on a dead end block, just a property.
Yeah.
So then that was it. Once we moved to Staten Island, a couple of months later, I went for drum lessons, and then we got a drum set, and then that's it.
We got Pick D. Pick D.
What is this?
As in drums. That's you.
Oh wow, that was me at.
You're 16 there?
16,
playing in high school?
I was 16 years old with my first band that I was playing with in Bosworth. It was called The Same. But yeah, I had the Van Halen shirt on from the Van Halen concert. 1981, Diver Down. I never forget it.
Look at that. And then the next pick is you older.
Let me see this.
An older pick.
Well, that goes a little later.
A little later.
That's probably like 1997,
But I wanted
98.
to put up the comparison.
Yeah, that was in my office at Bay Productions that I rented this space when we had my production office.
Well, you studied with Frank Bellucci.
Frank Bellucci, he's from out here.
And then you also studied with Jim Chaplin.
Jim Chapin.
Oh, Chapin.
Yeah, the one and only Jim Chapin. You know who he is,
that's
right?
Harry
Chapin's father.
Dad.
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Jim Chapin's Harry Chapin's father.
That's cool.
Catching the Cradle and the Silver Spoon. But yeah, I mean, Frank Bellucci, I learned how to take lessons from, and he introduced me to Jim. Frank's a phenomenal drummer, and he still plays. He's from Long Island. That's all he does. Great Italian guy. You got to get him on the show. He's hilarious. But then Peter Criss from Kiss, who was my idol at the time, when he left Kiss back in the 80s, early 80s, he went to Jim Chapin for advanced lessons. So that's what kind of turned me on to Jim. But then I found out how Jim was such a fabulous drummer. He, like guys like Gene Cooper and Buddy Rich, actually took advanced lessons from Jim Chapin and an old guy called Joe Morello. They knew all of these techniques. I learned the molar technique from Jim Chapin. It's like a drumming technique where you use hand elbow rolls when it gets your speed from here to here. But Jim was great because he used to come to my house. He would come to your house, but you have to hire him for 4 to 5 hours.
Wow.
You would hire him, pay him, and he would want a bottle of Stewart's scotch. And he would, and it's not even ratting him out. This is common knowledge.
Yeah.
Irish guy, great guy. He would drink a half a bottle of scotch and walk out on a tightrope. He would sweat it out while he's playing. My father was like, "You okay? You need a ride?" No, I'm good. He would have his drum set just thrown, not even in cases. There's like drummers out there that are really anal with their equipment. Everything has to be wrapped and everything this and this.
Yep.
He would throw his drums and his cymbals on stands and his seat and just throw it in his trunk. And I'd be like, "What are you doing?" But he was the greatest, and I'll never forget Jim.
Oh, that's sweet. That's great.
Yeah.
So you played with many bands, like I mentioned.
Yes.
You mentioned The Same.
The Same was my first band.
Was your very, very first band.
Well, I was playing with a band called White Rock before that, but that was a BS band. That was just a couple of the guys in a garage band, you might say.
Yeah, you got to start. But your very first gig Is this true? Was that Sam Goody at the mall?
No,
At a
no,
mall?
that ain't
No?
my. Nope, nope.
One of them?
No.
With one of the bands?
No, well, Sam Goody was years later. My very first big gig was with the same, was in front of a couple thousand people at the Oktoberfest in 1981.
Wow.
And then after that, we started playing bars. That's when the drinking age was 18.
Right.
All the other guys were already 18 and 19.
You weren't.
I wasn't, so they used to get me in, and I thought I was the king of the hill. And no one had licenses. My father would rent the PA for us because all the guys were going for city jobs. And they loved my father because he was a city guy. My father talked to him. And then one guy BS'd my father and said, I got a license. So, like, I knew how to drive. And I was just 16, but I really wasn't that much of a drink. So I would drive the van home back at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I thought I was, like, great. I thought it was like, oh, this is great. I'm playing a bar. I'm driving a van with no license. But yeah, the Sam Goody thing, I'll bring you on later on when we get into NYB.
All right, well, you know what? Let's talk about, so you played with bands over the years. You mentioned the same, White Rock.
We'll go in order.
We'll go in order. If you could put up pick F, please,
Let me see
is
if
Barrage.
you get it. Okay, you got this right. What a bunch of...
Look at that.
What a bunch of... I don't know.
Can you say leather?
Look at my hair. I had the porno star mustache.
No, I'm not used to the mustache. Or you with any kind of facial hair, for that matter.
I still got that jacket. I can't even... It won't even go one on one arm.
Oh, my God. And then you went to, which we're going to go to the next
Yeah,
pick.
they are. Those are the boys
NYB.
right there. NYB. None of your
business.
Yeah.
And that's you. And you put out some CDs with them, which we're going to get to.
I want to mention their names.
Go ahead.
So from left to right, you got Davey D. He was a retired sanitation man. You got Doug Palmer, lead singer. Davey was the bass. Doug's the lead singer. He's the tile layer. He lives in Connecticut. Then you got the one and only Johnny P over there when he was a young lad. And then you got Johnny Feedback. He's from Queens, New York. And he was the white Jimi Hendrix.
Okay. And H is you solo, a solo pick of you. We're going to stay there.
Oh, my God.
Look at that.
Do I look like I belong in Young Guns?
You do. You really do.
That was from Barrage. That was
that's from Barrage.
That's 1992 or 93. Had the long hair. I was like Emilio Estevez there.
And then we're going to put up I, because actually Johnny bought the CD with him. Now, you have to tell everyone this story because
you're going out of context, but
we're talking about NYB, so I have to bring it up.
Now we go to NYB. Did you
Look at this?
That's my grandma Connie.
I love it. How priceless.
And she was my heart and soul. She used to buy me all my Kiss albums and my posters, and I told her, I go, listen, Grandma, I want to put you on the album cover, and everyone thought I was crazy. She goes, wow, what are you going to do? We want to dress you up as a gypsy lady and give you a crystal ball.
I love it.
And
it's great.
Well, I got them right here. Look, I'm going to show.
This
is the first one that came out. This is the 1996. This is the Johnny P Project, NYB.
Right.
This is when we were experimenting where the band was going. And then 5 years later, None of Your Business, the full album came out. It took a long time. Yeah. It was produced by Richie Scarlett. For people who don't know.
Richie Scarlett, I think he played with Mountain.
He played with a lot of people. He's a solo artist and he's a producer, but he was Ace Frehley from Kiss's right-hand man when Ace first left Kiss back in the 80s to Frehley's Comet.
Right.
So So they played together for many years until Kiss got back together in '96.
I think we have a pick J. I think we have a pick of you backstage that you sent me.
Okay. Teresa's going all over the place, but we'll figure it out. That's 2000. Yeah. June is either June 26th or 27th or 28th. Yeah, 2000. That's backstage at the reunion tour for Kiss.
Right.
You got Tommy McCoy Entertainment. You got Peter Criss,
right,
the original drummer, the Catman. You got me and you got Johnny Feedback. And I used to get all kinds of backstage passes because Barrage used to open up for Peter Criss and Ace Frehley in the 90s.
Yes.
Before they got back with Kiss. So that's how I got that commission.
The next one, because that's you and
that's Paul Stanley. That was probably around that's 2001.
Right. And then we could go to the next one, which is you, Ace and Richie.
Let me tell you this story before you blast to the next one.
So that's Richie Scarlett on the left.
Yes, that's me. That's 1998 when Ace was with Kiss, but he lived upstate near. My singer Dougie knew him, Richie Scarlett, and so he used to come to like small bar gigs and hang out with us.
Wow, that's cool.
Which was like, for me, it was like It was like a dream. It was like unbelievable. Like guys on my wall since I'm a kid.
Did you ever tell him that Kiss was your first concert?
Oh yeah, I told you, of course.
You know.
Yeah, he was all cool with that. But after a while, you don't bother them with none of that stuff. He just they don't even want.
Yeah, I know.
They like you better
That's
when
like with Mark.
when you don't
Mark,
talk about none of it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you know. But years later, I wind up. Richie pulled me up on stage, and I wound up jamming a song with Ace Frehley.
Nice.
And it's on video.
Wow, that's a pinch me moment.
It was a great moment.
And then the next pick, M, is just you and Peter.
That's that's a bad picture of both of us.
Yeah, but look at that hair.
Fucking, I don't know. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I don't know what the deal was with my hair that day. It must have rained that day. And the cat. That was probably 2000. That was 1994.
All right, thank you.
I could have gave you a better picture than that.
Oh my God, no! Listen,
I
I had such fun going through these picks. They were
see.
great, and there was so many of them. But tell me, let's go back to 1996. You started
NYB?
Didn't you start A&R?
No, the record company.
Yeah.
Well, no, I started my own record label
Right.
back in 1995 in the spring called Shinebox Records.
Right.
And an A&R is artist representative. That's a bit. See, I started it. I owned it, but I had my Uncle Joe Mutoli.
Right, you were the VP.
Yeah, I mean, my Uncle Joe be the president.
Right.
I went down to the VP.
It's nice when you keep the family close.
Yeah, but I ran the whole thing. My Uncle Joe was just there by name only and to sign the checks. Because when you're not a big band, they don't take it too seriously. Say, oh, this guy running his own record label.
Right,
so,
right.
We had all the connections because we knew a lot of big people in the business that helped us out.
Right.
So that was my position was A&R, artist representative.
Okay.
Representative.
Yeah.
That was for 10 years until the band broke up, and we'll get into that later. Then I folded it, but I still own the name.
Oh, okay.
That's
good. Now, in 1997, you produced your first show. We're gonna jump a little,
Okay.
We're gonna come out of the music a little bit. Show at CTV station, Staten Island Community TV, called The Gangsters of Rock, which actually showcased national rock bands.
Yep.
And
national and local.
And you earned 2 Nova awards.
One about four. Yeah, one about 4 Nova awards. Yeah, the Gangsters.
Yeah, all in total. Yeah.
Yeah, I started public access television in 1997 because I wanted to learn how to do film editing, and I met a bunch of guys that used to film my band, and they go, you could go to be a producer and air your band on there anytime. I go, that sounds great. So I did it, and then to get a series, you have to have a show. So they told me I had to come up with some format show. So they used to call Richie Scarlett named me without being silly. It's true, just because of my my regular neighborhood persona. Richie goes, he talks like this. He goes, we call him the Emperor of Rock and Roll. He goes, Johnny P. He goes, I'm going to name you the wise guy of rock and roll because you're a wise guy. So I go, The Gangsters of Rock, produced by Johnny P., the wise guy of rock and roll. And I was really obnoxious at that time in my life. We were like the Motley Crue of Staten Island. We were all a bunch of fun, party, rock and roll, sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's what it was.
Right, yeah.
But it was a cheesy show at the end of the day. I only got a couple of shows on YouTube because I don't want to really put them out there. But it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
And we had local and national acts out there. And that's what broke bread with me into the cable world.
Right.
And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And then we used to local and national acts. And we used to go backstage to a lot of big concerts. And we actually did one that won an Nova was that I do have posted on the internet was a backstage Kiss tour, and that picture that you saw.
Right.
But I was able to film Kiss for about a minute backstage after the makeup was on, but they didn't want no voices, no nothing, and then you see Peter Criss doing this. But I had a whole tour going backstage at the Meadowlands, and I got to play on Peter Criss's drums because his drum set levitates like 50 feet in the air. So Eddie Cannon, who was Peter Criss's drum tech, he goes, go up there.
Wow.
You want to play them? And I went up and I played Peter Criss's drums with no one in the Meadowlands, and I started playing 100,000 Years, which was one of his songs. But it was like a kid in a candy store. It was very cool. And it was great times. But it seems like it was yesterday.
I know,
doesn't
stuff.
it?
Doesn't it? It goes so fast. Well, with your CDs, how many songs did you write?
Well, 80% of the music I wrote.
Okay.
And I play guitar, but I'm not I wouldn't put myself as I wouldn't go on stage. I used to go and just play one good song on the guitar.
Right.
It was None of Your Business. It was one of my theme song that I wrote. But I mainly picked up the guitar to write music and just to have fun and play with myself and make some noise. But I'm a drummer, and I believe every person who plays an instrument should master their craft. I never mastered the guitar, but I did study with one of New York's best guitar teachers, Stephen Maranovich. I'd like to plug him. He passed away about a year and a half ago from cancer, but he was phenomenal. He was with a band called Cities back in the day, and he taught everybody. Anybody that played guitar in Staten Island and Brooklyn, New York, Steve taught him. And he actually even auditioned for Kiss back when he really first left, but they said he was too short.
What?
Yeah, because they needed somebody that was. Steve was like 5.
Even with the platforms?
He was like 5'9" or 5'10", but the guitar players in Kiss were all over 6 foot.
Wow.
But yeah, Steve was a beautiful guy, and he'll always be remembered.
Amazing. That's amazing. So tell me about Bay Productions.
Well, Bay Productions, I started. It's a production company. Originally, it started off. My friend Rick Rispoli, he goes by Rick Risp. He was like my semi-manager when I first started getting out there back with the music business. Like after so many years of after the same, I kind of like after I graduated high school went away from the music and I just started hanging out in the streets and in the neighborhood and doing the normal thing that teenagers do, partying and all that, a waste of time, got in trouble. And then after I kind of like try to straighten my ass out, by the time I was 22, I just said I got to pick up my sticks again and get back out there and follow my dream. And then Rick Rispoli, I hooked up with him, and I learned all about promotion and production through him. Guys like Nicky Camp, guys like Dean Holtman, all top promoters in New York City. So that's how I learned to do what I had to do and be in a promoting machine. Back then, we used to get like 500 flyers every time we did a show, go all over the island with a bunch of guys and beers and some smoke and put flyers up all over the place. And that's how we did it back in the day. So Bay Productions was that, and it turned into Bay Production Filmworks, which I brought that to the editing into where I'm at now, and with my late night show and everything.
Well, your late night show. We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about the
I got to go to the bathroom.
Late night.
No.
About the late night show. So we'll be back after this. Don't go away.
Well, hi there, Theresa. It's John York from General Hospital. I am just checking in because apparently you have a great talk show called Tea Time on Strong Island TV. I want you to have continued great success and have a lot of fun. It sounds like you're having a lot of fun, and that's pretty much the key to everything, isn't it? So continued success. I'm proud of you. Have a great day, Theresa. Bye.
How you doing? It's Sal the Voice Valentinetti. Why are you watching me? You should be watching Theresa Canastraci Tea Time with Theresa Canastraci Farrell. And make sure you follow Theresa on Facebook. Tea Time with Theresa Canastraci Farrell. We'll see you there.
I love the way you say my name. I love. Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. I have Johnny P here, Johnny Potenza. And if you want to follow him and see what he's doing, you can. It's Johnny Potenza on Facebook. And on Instagram, it's Up Late with Johnny Potenza on Instagram. And you can also check out the Facebook page for NYB, None of Your Business.
None of Your Business.
Yeah. So tell me about, let's go back real quick to the Sam Goody thing.
Okay, so let me give you the education about that.
Yes.
This thing right here, the EP that we talked about a little while ago, this was the first thing. So I had an account with the record label, that's when we had record stores. Sam Goody, FYI, and Record Town. So I met the guy in the Staten Island Mall of Sam Goody, and I made a deal with him. And I told him, with my show, I go, let's get these local bands that are coming out with albums and feature them in here, and I'll film them and we'll put them on my show. So we played Sam Goody's. We had a blast. The place was packed. My grandma actually came out. Aww. My dad was there. My friends from the neighborhood were there. And I can't tell you some of the stuff that we did afterwards because I don't want to incriminate myself. But I don't know. I can say something. I don't care. But anyway, I'll tell you. But we had a great time, and Richie Scarlett was there. He got up and played. But that night we opened up for Noel Redding, who was the original bass player to Jimi Hendrix. Wow. So we played the Wave that night, and that was packed. But since Sam Goody and everything's out of business now, I don't care. We were rebel rock and rollers. We had all our drum cases and everything in the back. So me and my guitar player went back there. They had all these CDs and DVDs. So my friend's like, why don't we take a couple of them? I go, I don't know. So my friend just starts loading up the drum cases. And I said, okay. And then we had like all these DVDs of all these rock concerts and all these CDs. Don't look at me any different, anybody. What are you going to do? We were starving musicians.
Yeah.
And that was it. We didn't hurt anybody. But, yeah, so that's one of the funny stories that we did. But yeah, that and we have that on tape. That was a great moment.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of fun.
A lot of fun back then. So let's talk about your show. Okay? You decided in 2008 to start a show called Late Night with Johnny P.
Yeah.
And that ran for 10 years.
Yes.
And you stayed in the same place all that time.
Yes.
And it kind of reminds me of a Johnny Carson show. You had live music, you had comedians,
Everything.
you had singers, a little bit of everything.
Yes.
And then you'd invite them back to the chair like Johnny did, and you'd have a conversation with them.
It was a very Yes, it was the same type of format, but it was a very, very small shoestring budget show. We used the tools that we had. I had no writers. I had, I pretty much written everything.
You were the writer.
Yeah, but like most of the times it was improv. But I studied every guest, so every guest was studied. My monologue was probably my weakest point, but I just came out and did what I had to do. I started it off with a female co-host. Had this woman, Catherine, with me for the first season, who was with me with the Gangsters of Rock for a little while. She didn't work out. She was great, though. I miss her. And then I got Dana. Very raw, right off the streets, just had a lot of personality that a filmmaker, independent film producer introduced me to.
Okay.
And she was dynamite. After a couple of shows, she just filled in. She was with me for about 3.5 years, and then we had to let her go due to whatever her life issues and getting away with the show.
Happen.
And then I got Lilo, your friend Lilo.
Yeah. Shout
Grinwald, right?
Grinwald,
yeah. I always get that. She was with me for a little while, and then after a while, I just said, you know what? Everyone kept pushing me to do it by myself.
Right.
And then my 6th season, I did it by myself, and I kind of went backwards. It took me a year to find myself. And then after that, it just became more comfortable.
Your rhythm. You get into a rhythm.
Yeah, but the reason why, NYB broke up in 2005, and then I folded my record label, and it's like my whole life went. I was depressed. I didn't know where I was going to go.
Yeah.
My dream went in the Turler Bowl, and then that year, that's when I met Michelle. I met her, and then she kind of saved me from self-destruction.
Right,
and then 3 years later, I started Late Night with Johnny P.
Yeah.
I didn't know where it was going to go. I was just doing it for fun, and it just
And
kind of...
look how long. All right, so Late Night with Johnny P ran for 10 years.
Yeah, 10 seasons.
10 seasons. And then you picked back up in September.
December.
Was it December 2019?
Yes.
Okay. And that ran till the last show, which was November 18th, 2025.
Yes.
Which I was so thrilled to go to.
Yes.
With my friend Mark the Animal Mendoza
From Twisted Sister. I was very happy.
And and you had Sandy Blue Eyes, who I had on my show not that long ago,
Sandy
was there, and it was a great show.
I love Sandy Blue Eyes. He's a gentleman. We clicked.
He is.
But you know what?
Great.
I want to bring this a little melancholy because I have to bring it out there. I did the 10 seasons of Late Night, but my wife Michelle, she got breast cancer at an early age, and so the 4th year before, by the end of the last season, it was just too much with.
It's a lot.
It was progressing with her, and doing the show, I was going to lose my mind, so I had to step away from it, and I did. And then I was taking time off, and I wanted to change the name and do a little different of a format. And then a year later, she passed, and 46 years old. So then I needed more time to recoup, and then just to grieve and everything. And then I just said one day, I woke up and I just said, let me get back to production to get my mind out of my butt, my head out of my ass, you might say. And then that's it. And then we got hit with COVID.
And you were doing virtual interviews.
Yeah, during COVID, we were doing Lockdown with Johnny P.
And
it was okay. I really wasn't into
it. Got you through it.
But,
it was something to do.
I never liked I always like live stuff
Oh,
and
yeah, I
in
mean,
person,
yeah.
or
There's
pre-recorded
nothing- yeah.
stuff. I mean, you know, once that computer came, I felt like I was on the Jetsons. You know, but now everybody's doing it, and listen, I dig it. It's cool, but you know, the problem is with the internet now, with social media,
Yeah.
nobody studies the craft unless you really want to study the craft. Like you said yourself as an actress, I'm sure you went to acting classes and you went to theater and you grinded and live auditions and all that other stuff. Especially musicians now, like the last band that I had on the show, you were there, the Gabby Kanique band.
They were great.
Fabulous band from New Jersey.
They were great.
All in their 20s and they're old school, classic hard rock. Unbelievable. They all learned how to play. And, like, you know, today, the kids don't even have to go for drum lessons, which is, we had the tool like this when we were younger. Who knows? You could go on YouTube and learn how to play Sweet Home Alabama.
Right.
You want to learn how to play anything, you go on YouTube. But it also takes away from getting off out of your house and going to a music store, going to a teacher,
Yeah.
and learning the grind.
Yeah.
You
It's
know,
a different animal.
it's a whole different animal
Yeah.
now, and I don't see a lot of young kids. More young kids are singing than they are learning how to play, unless their parents are pushing them.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's good and it's bad for the younger
Got
generation.
its pros and cons.
Yeah, it works for the younger
like
generation.
everything else, yeah.
But for us, people, us older folks,
Yeah.
we're timeless though.
Well, you know, every now and then you have to pivot. But before Johnny left his show, it was an amazing show. It really was.
And we
But
had
I
a great time.
We did. We have a great time. It's a lot of fun. But actually, I would love to show your intro
Okay,
to your show. So we're gonna put that up now and play it.
that's fun.
Up Late with Johnny Potenza is filmed in front of a live studio audience. Coming to you live from the city that never sleeps, New York City. It's Up Late with Johnny Potenza. And now, please welcome the host of Up Late, Johnny Potenza.
Oh.
Love it. Love it. Did you write that song? Did you write it?
Yes, I wrote most of it. I had an idea, and I called my producer Richie Scarlett. I said, I want you to produce a late night big band theme song. He's like, Johnny, I don't do that. I do rock and roll. I go, you could do anything. I know what you could do.
love it,
So I
yeah.
played the drums on it. We hired a bunch of studio musicians. Arnold Heck was one of the guys. You know, he played with the Rolling Stones
Yeah.
and everybody from underneath the sun. But yeah.
Well, it gives me a little idea for a new intro for
I told you,
tea time.
we're going to help
so-
her out. We're going to get
Yeah.
her a kick butt opening, updated.
Yeah, we're gonna, you know, it's been 5 years, so
listen, we know and we know enough
We know
musicians.
people, right?
We'll get Killer Joe. We'll get Mark. I'll even donate my free
We
drumming
know
to you.
people. Gee,
You
thank
just got to
you.
feed me.
Oh,
Give me
that's
some
it.
tacos. I'm all right.
I can do that.
A little Jack Daniels, and I'm okay.
That's it. But what I love about your show is, you know, you work hard to get your guests, like I do.
People don't realize it.
It's the hardest job for me is getting guests. That's the hardest job.
Me,
But
it's all about patience.
Pagenza.
Yeah, you have to, and I don't have a lot of that.
No, you
but,
don't.
But no, I don't. I'm a pain in the ass. But yeah, when it comes to stuff, sometimes I want things done fast.
Yes,
but sometimes
yes,
with
yes.
certain guests,
But
you just
things have to marinate sometimes.
they
You
do,
know what I mean?
and you know some people take a long time to get.
I know. Hey, you don't have to tell me.
Like me?
Yeah, like him.
And I'm not you know
But
I'm
I
something to look at, but I'm nothing to pay money to go see.
I want to put a pick S.
I'm just teasing.
Because pick S is an amazing guest that you got on your show.
Let me see.
Which is Joe.
Oh, Joe Franklin, the one and only, the king of nostalgia, started
Yes.
off the talk show host.
Yes.
And I got that book. And you know what? That's where I got the name from. It's Up Late with
Up
Joe
Late with
Franklin.
Joe, right.
So I call mine Up Late with Johnny Potenza in honor of Joe Franklin.
That's sweet. Very, very sweet. So we're going to stay there, and we're going to continue
Who we got
with
there?
some picks, because your next one is one of your BFFs,
Let me see.
Bobby
Oh,
Finaro.
Big Bobby. I just was in the gym with him a little while
Yeah,
ago.
you work out with him.
Yes, me and Bobby work out because, you know, if we don't make it in the entertainment business, it's going to ferment. It's from Potenza Entertainment. It's going to be the Potenza crime family. And I already have him as one of my
Well, I'm hoping
my
eventually.
lynchmen.
I'm hoping eventually Bobby will come on the show.
Yes.
I know you'll take a ride with him.
Yeah, we'll work on it.
But the next pick is a friend of ours, the Killer Joe Band.
My man, I love Killer Joe.
There's Joe.
I was just on the phone with him too before.
We were. And so the next pick is
me see.
Steve Stanulus.
Uh-oh, we got all the boys there.
Yep. That's William Forsythe.
I love William. He was one of my favorite guests.
Joe Bianco.
No, John Bianco.
John, I'm sorry.
That's Johnny
Forgive
Bianco
me,
from The
forgive me,
Sopranos.
John.
And you got the one and only Steve.
I'm looking, I wrote down Joe, Killer Joe. I'm looking at Joe. It's John,
And then
John
you got
Bianco.
our boy Steve Stanulus.
Well, Steve actually was supposed to do my show, and something happened, and he had to cancel on me.
I
so
like
I'm
how you're
hoping-
working everybody in through
Well,
me
no,
to get him on. But
listen, he was supposed to come on my show years ago.
You're Italian, so we got a
I
strong
know.
arm, right?
And John, I had John on too, and I got to meet William, and he was a doll.
Williams are awesome.
I met him at the SopranoCon. He was fabulous.
No, he's a real down to earth
Okay,
guy.
and then you have a really, really, really good friend.
Let me see.
Named Sean.
Oh, Sean Kanan, that's my boy.
Who I love.
The bad boy of karate.
He's great. And I know you guys are BFFs too.
So yeah, people know he's a soap opera star at General Hospital.
Yeah,
but
I
he was
know.
started in the Karate Kid 3.
Yes.
As the bad boy of karate, and he wound up in the last 2 seasons of Cobra Kai. But Sean won an Emmy a couple of years ago for
Yeah.
his what is it? Short drama series called Studio City, so you can check that out. But he's doing a lot of stuff. Him and his wife Michelle. So
You
check
got to
him
tell
out.
me about the next pick with you and Armand and Haywood.
Haywood Nelson is one of my boys too.
I love him.
From what's
Are you
happening.
kidding? Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
He was there when I
With Rerun and Raj.
Well, Ernest Thomas is a dear friend of mine too.
Yeah.
Raj. I never got to meet Fred Berry, but Haywood Nelson was there when I proposed to Michelle
Really?
at Rockefeller Center. He met us there and he filmed it.
Oh, how
He was
sweet.
hiding in the bushes.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and Amanda Sante, I've been trying to get him on my show for the longest time.
He's great. But you know what? You know what Johnny did? Johnny gave this 16-year-old kid comedy time on his show.
Yeah, the
named
one and only
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson, the one who forgot about all of us. I'm always going to say that, Pete. Wait till I see you in the streets.
You gave
but I'm gonna
him
bust
his
your chops.
start.
But I'm also going to shake your hand because I always knew he was going to be big.
Yeah.
I never thought he was going to blow up as big as he did.
Right.
But I knew he was going to make it.
Right.
Because he just had this thing about him. I always liked him.
Yeah.
Good
yeah,
kid.
Yeah.
But then,
So that was amazing, and you can go on Johnny's pages and you could actually see Pete performing.
young Pete Davidson is 16 years old.
16.
I was the first guy to interview him, and I figured I would have.
You were the
I
first
figured I would
guy
have got
to
like a
interview
couple of
him.
million hits.
Yeah, right.
I got a couple of thousand hits.
All right.
And
You have to like repost it.
and a ham sandwich.
You know, you have to keep reposting it. Just keep reposting
That's
it.
all
Keep
good.
reposting it.
Listen, everything is all good.
Everything's all good. You know, I wanna take one last quick break, and when we come back, I'm gonna talk about his acting and what Johnny performed in. So this is real quick.
Yeah, that's about 30 seconds.
It's less than that. It's Doc Gooden. Let's play Doc. We'll be right back.
Doc, who's the best comedian you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best actress you know?
Theresa Farrell.
And who's the best cast member in Bad Boys?
Teresa Farrell.
Who's got the best radio?
Teresa Farrell.
Doc, who's your favorite guinea?
Teresa Farrell.
Who are you loving right now?
Teresa Farrell.
All right, Doc, I love you too, baby.
Love you as always.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Tea Time. Johnny P is here. Johnny Potenza is in the house. Took the ride from Staten, Italy. Talk show host, producer, writer, musician, songwriter, does it all.
I got to write the show off.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what? He does acting.
I'm not really an actor. I'm an improv guy.
No, but he's done acting. Don't let him fool you. I have pics to prove it. But
I'm not like a lot of these
before
people
we-
out there that do some background work and they're a big star. I don't even say. I don't know what is that word called. I don't. Listen, I did a couple little things.
Listen, we're going to talk about what you did, okay?
It's no big deal.
We're going to talk about what he did. So your very first thing was something called Fish.
That was my first thing, but that
No?
was something pretty cool.
What was
we
your
did.
very first? Was it Jersey Shore Massacre? What was the first thing?
A lot of years of working background, but I did a lot of stuff on The Sopranos.
No, we didn't get to that
and
yet.
I did audition, but no, I don't know. The first thing was probably the Jersey Shore Massacre.
Okay, so Jersey.
That was
so
a
you-
nice scene, and Fish was a great.
So you did Fish, you did Jersey Shore Massacre. Okay, so now we're gonna put a pick N because he did something called Nonsense.
No, I didn't.
What do you mean you didn't? It's on your thing here.
No, that's my.
What'd you do?
That's my cousin Terry Bruno. I went to go.
You went to go see her on set?
I went to go visit her. She's an actress.
Does it count?
Look at that hair on my chest.
That's
I
great.
shaved it all off now.
All right, well let's go to O because this is you with Kelly Ripa.
Okay. Yes.
This was Hope and Faith
Yes,
show.
that I worked with Hope and Faith.
Oh, I got it right.
With her and Ted McFinley. What's his name? McFinley?
Yeah,
From
Finley.
Married with Children, but she
Yeah.
was a doll, Kelly.
You look cute together.
We definitely look
And
cute.
what'd she see in Mark when she had you?
Well, Mark's a good-looking guy too. He's a competition. Very good-looking guy, Mark.
Yeah, so you mentioned The Sopranos. So the next pick is P.
Oh, look at that! Look at those pecs. Now I need a bra.
Oh my God.
No, I don't need a bra.
And the next pick is you with some of the
That was from the background of Sopranos.
Yes,
I was-
and then that's you to the left.
that's everybody.
That's everybody.
Little Steven, it's his need, and you got Michael Imperelli, you got Steve Sharippa, I don't know who the other guy is, and you got Paulie Walnuts there.
Right.
That was a lot of
right.
fun.
But how much fun? And you did a
I did
couple of few.
I did about 4 or 5
episodes.
episodes, and I worked a lot doing background. Yeah, you see my
Thank
you
you.
see my ear. You see you see me about for 1 second flash bar. You see the back of my head.
Yeah, but how much? Not for
No,
nothing.
but I would have did it. I would have did. I had such a great time.
I know, and
meeting
you-
all these guys. It was the
You
best.
know, you took a pick with
Everybody.
every cast member.
Yeah.
You know,
And they
every
were all,
cast
they
member.
were all great.
Yeah. You know.
And when I remember when I went into the elevator with Johnny Sack. What's his name? Vincent
asking me?
Curacola.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, Johnny Sack." He goes, "It's Johnny Stack." Whatever. I go, "Johnny Stacks." He goes, "It's Johnny Sack." He goes, "How you doing, kid?" But yeah, I go, "Johnny Sacks."
Yeah, but you took a pick with pretty much everybody in the cast.
Yes, it was.
So that was hard to
really,
choose.
really good time, man.
A lot of
And I
fun.
gave everybody on the set an NYB CD.
I'm sure you
Even
did.
James Gandolfini.
Did you?
I knocked on his trailer. I
Yeah.
saw him. I saw him walk by, and he was with some woman. And I was like, "Hell with it." And I knocked on his door. He goes, "Oh, what are you doing over?" I go, "Can I come in?" He goes, "Yeah, come on in." So I go, "How you doing?" Blah, blah,
He
blah.
does great voices.
I go, I know you're a big rock and roll guy. I got a band. I go, "Oh yeah." I go, "Here's the CD." He goes, "Oh, who's the old lady?" I go, "It's my grandma." He goes, "That's his grandma. That's your grandma." I go, "Yeah." I go, "Listen, you seem busy." And he looked at me like this, and I go, "Pleasure to meet you." He goes, "Good meeting you too. Thanks for the CD." And I left. Like I was in there about a minute and a half, and I left. I didn't overdo my welcome. What's that word called?
Yeah.
Overwarm my welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just it was a lot.
It's a lot. Listen,
of-
just
it
to
was-
say you were part of The Sopranos.
It was a lot of fun.
That's a special club, you know.
It's a great club. And then years later, I wound up meeting all these guys that came on my show that I'm
Yeah,
all
they
great
all
friends
came
with.
on the show.
The Michael Imperellis and like the Edie
had Artie-
Falcos,
Artie
all of the
Pasquale,
big,
you
all
had
the A-listers I
John.
never had.
Yeah.
Because they don't come on the smaller shows, and
Yeah.
they don't even hardly go out, you know. So, but yeah, everybody else, from Artie Pasquale. Artie Pasquale's a doll. Love Artie.
I love him.
Dan
He's
Grimaldi.
great. Yeah, you had Dan on.
Vinny Pastore actually gave me a kickstart on my late night show.
Yes.
Because once he came on, it opened up a lot of doors.
Right. Shout out to Vinny.
Yeah, Uncle Vinny, I call him. He goes,
You did,
I don't know, John. You're going to go on Teresa's show? Don't mention my name. Yeah, so,
His great voice is great. You did Made in China.
Made in China was a lot of fun. I had a nice little scene with Tony Darrow.
Yes.
I played one of the mob guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I could have took acting to the next level, but the thing is, how I looked at it was half my life in the music business. When it was over, I had to start financially over, so I was
Right.
almost broke.
Right.
So for me to do another dream full time, I'd be in the street.
Right,
So I
right.
just dabble with it, and if
Yeah.
something comes my way, mainly all through the show, I'll do it.
Right.
But I can't, and you really got to live, eat, and shit.
Well, talk about dabbling. I mean, let's put a pick R, because if you're going to dabble, you might as well dabble in The Irishman.
Oh, that was beautiful, and that was really, again, I don't toot my
And you
horn
got
about
screen
it.
time.
Yes,
You got screen
I got
time.
day player work.
You did.
That Ellen Lewis, one of the biggest cast directors around, top 3 in the world,
Yeah.
who's Marty Scorsese's
Yes.
girl. They saw my late night show of best of, because it airs in all 5 boroughs and in California and in Vegas. They saw Vinny Pastore and the rest of the guys
On
on
your
the
show.
best of, and they
Right.
go, "What is this?" And they saw me. She liked how I looked,
Yeah.
and they were looking for new people.
Yeah.
So when I got the call, I thought it was my friends pranking me. Like they all do, all wise asses. So I called the office and I'm like, "Yes, this is Johnny Potenza. I got a call from the Ellen Lewis office." "Okay, hold on a second." She gets on the phone, and how silly I am. People, again, I'm a talk show host. I don't know too much of a lot of things
Right.
until I have to know about something. So I didn't know who Ellen Lewis was.
Right.
And then she goes, "This is Ellen Lewis, blah, 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 because I'm doing this show, this movie." I go, I go, "Yeah, who's in it?" She goes, "Well, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Al Pacino, Harvey Keitel." I'm like, "Okay, cool." Like I'm shitting my pants while she's saying this, but I'm playing it off good. And I go, "Why me, bud?" She goes, "Well, I saw your show, your late night with Johnny P show, Vinny Pastore." I go, "We know, I work with those guys." She goes, "We like your look. We're looking for new faces for the future. You got
Right.
that character actor in you."
yeah.
So she goes, "We want to call you in for a reading." I go, "Okay." She goes, I go, "When do you want? When could you be?" I go, "When do you need me?"
You had to read for it?
Yeah. Well,
Wow.
I read for Skinny Razor, which
Okay.
like hundreds of people I heard read for.
Okay.
So she goes, when did you be in there? When you need me? She goes, "Thursday." 2 days later, she sent me the slides. I went in there. I didn't do too good. I was nervous. She goes, "Come back next week."
Okay.
Went in again. I studied my butt off.
Right.
I was still nervous. Because
Well, because it's
once I
yeah.
found out who she was, and I
Right,
told my
right.
friend, she goes, "Ellen Lewis, you don't know who she." I looked them up. She did everything, Goodfellas and
Right,
The Wolf
yeah,
of Wall
yeah,
Street.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she goes, "Well, listen," and she sat with me for about 20 minutes, and she goes, "Listen, I want to keep you in here. I want to
Right,
keep
right.
you. I want to consider you for something in the
Yeah,
future."
yeah.
So she gave me day player work.
Okay.
So I was named Wise Guy number 3. And I was with this other actor who was a childhood actor who dabbles with acting now. His name is Patrick Borriello. I don't know if you know who he is. He played Little Slick
Yeah.
in the movie.
Yeah.
And he was, when I came in there, I met him once before on the movie set. And I walked in the back, and they go, "You got trailer number 3." I go, "Trailer?" And I saw him. He goes, "Hey, what are you doing, Patty? How you doing?" He goes, "I got a trailer." He goes, "Yeah, you got a trailer. Your name's on it." He goes, "I got a trailer." I went there. My name was on the trailer. That's
cool.
I never had a trailer.
That's cool.
Me, I'm a nothing. You know what I mean? But that was such a fun thing to work on.
Yeah.
Because we met everybody.
Right. Everyone was
It was
there.
such a great time.
Yeah.
And I made a lot of money for the days that I was there, because day player work is a lot of money.
Yeah.
Then they pay you overtime.
Yep.
And I did great.
Yeah.
I remember when I got the check a couple of months or a month later, and Michelle was like, "Wow, you made all this money?" She goes, "How come you're not doing this?" I go, "You don't get this all the time."
Yeah. It's not steady.
This is like,
It's not
I
steady.
would be doing this. But I can tell you a fair story. I dropped my socks when I was coming from my car going back to my trailer. So I went back into my car, and then this black SUV was there, and they go, "Hey," the guy goes, "Yo, excuse me." He goes, "You lose a pair of socks?" I go, "Yeah." I went to the car. I got him. "Thanks a lot." He goes, "No, don't thank me. Thank Joe." I go, "Who?" Joe Pesci's head goes, "Hey, kid." And I'm like, "Joe effing Pesci." And he's like, and he looked like he was in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah.
I go, "You look busy. Thank you. I appreciate it." He goes, "Thanks, kid."
Nice.
Like then later on, when I seen him in the church scene, he goes, "I appreciate that. I was in the middle of something."
Yeah.
I go, "No problem." And I was about 3 feet from all of them. De Niro didn't even look at nobody. he looked at me for about 2 seconds. Like I was like this. I looked at him a couple times. I wasn't standing down. And I went like this. I went like this to him. He went like this to me. I went like this to him. I went like this. He went like this. He went like this. And then that was it. And then there were guys that we knew, and I'm not going to throw them underneath the bus, which I would like to. That like they were stuck all the way in the back, and these are grown men, in their 60s.
Yeah.
They snuck all the way to the front.
Yeah, well, they want to get near
to get into the
camera.
camera.
Time.
But it was so much fun.
Yeah.
It really was.
And how much fun was it working with your friend Steve Stanulis on Fifth Borough?
It was great, but me and Steve are good friends. I know Steve a long time.
I know.
It was fun. He gave me a little fast, like 2 minute or minute and a half scene.
Yeah.
Speaking parts with Lilo Brancato.
Yeah.
Like I was
From
one
A
of
Bronx Tale.
Yes, I needed. He was like one of the mob boss's sons, and I was like going through the bar trying to duck him because I owed him money. So it was one of those scenes, but it was a lot of fun. You know, Steve's a real good friend, good guy. He just released a series called Great Kills. And
Yes,
It's on season 2.
Yeah, yeah.
So you should check that out on Amazon and everything. You know, so.
All right, so listen, I want to, we don't have that much time left. See how fast this goes?
Yeah.
So let's talk about your new podcast. Again, you pivot, and you have this new podcast now called Breaking Balls, BALLZ. And if we could put up the last pic, because that is
okay.
Gary.
There's the whole cast and crew.
You, Lou, and Conchetta Rose.
Yes. So I left the late night show because it wasn't fun no more. The up late show, and it was making me sick and getting me stressed out.
Thank you.
Due to leadership that was running the studio. So I said, let me leave here, and I got approached by a podcast company. They wanted to sign me to a small contract, making money, and I started it with Lou Martini.
Yeah.
I need another guy who's going to do this for me. Right. And as time went on, we needed a woman. So we auditioned a bunch of ladies, and then Conchetta fell in our lap to an actress that we had on the show, Emily DeNova, and she says, I got this perfect girl, I think that woman that would work out for you.
Yeah.
And then as time went on, Gary came on as a guest, and
Gary Pastor.
the first season is Conchetta and Gary are in and out towards the 3/4 into the season 1. So now in season 2, you're going to be seeing more of Gary and Conchetta in it. But I'm the host, I'm the producer, and the other guys, everybody's co-host.
Yeah.
But it's a whole team effort, you know.
And that's a show that you do once a week.
But yeah, when we're shooting, we shoot once a week.
Wednesdays.
And
you pre-record.
We pre-record. We get a bunch of them, then we start airing them. So our last show was the Christmas special.
Yes, with Gary dressed up as Santa.
Yeah, Bad Santa.
Santa.
And then the season 2.
It was great.
Season 2 starts airing sometime in the middle of February.
Okay.
So we already got like a half a season in the bag, and then we start shooting again this Wednesday. So it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And
that's what it's supposed to be.
A lot of fun, a lot of laughs, a little aggravation, but nothing. Everything has aggravation.
You have 4 different opinions.
Everything
you know
has advocate. No, it has nothing even to do with that. It's a lot. Everything's work.
Yeah.
Everything's work. Everything's consistency. I do the editing because
You do editing.
I asked them that I want to take the editing control over, so I do all the editing,
Yes, you
which I
do.
love to do.
Yes.
And it's a lot of fun.
It's tedious. Editing is very, very tedious.
I don't know where it's going to go, but right now it's a lot of fun.
Right.
It's just a little discouraging with the competition of the internet.
It's so saturated.
Because everyone and their mother, and if my grandmother was here, she'd probably have a podcast. So everybody has a podcast, and that's the problem.
Yeah. Right.
And it's like a rat race on social media with the reels and the likes and this, and it's for an older. I'm an older man. I'm a man, and for the older generation, it's like, we got to make money. We got to make a living. Unless this thing's going to be generating money,
Right.
you got a lot of the young kids are jumping on this and they're taking advantage of it and they're doing good.
Right.
But then you got middle-aged guys and middle-aged women that are making videos and they're doing these things, and they're making money from it, but they got no career.
Right.
I mean, how long is this trend going to last?
Well, that's the whole thing. Well, you do have Power Home Improvements.
Yes.
That I wanted to plug for you.
Thank you.
That you do. You're a general contractor.
Yes.
So if anyone needs any kind of work done in their home, outside their home,
Yes.
Johnny's the one to call and get it done.
Yes, I'm an old-time Italian historic plasterer. That was my main trade, and a painter. But now that I'm getting older and I got a lot of bruises and aches and pains, I said, let me just go full-time in general contracting and get to work for everybody. So we're doing everything from A to Z.
Yeah.
And if I can't do it, I got a lot of people that can do it. We got every connection with every business and every trade that's out there in the all 5 boroughs. So, yeah, we could use whatever help we could get.
Good. All right, listen, I want to thank you for coming, taking the ride. I appreciate it, my friend.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone for watching Tea Time.
Website?
Huh?
Can I say plug my...
Yeah, go ahead. Plug whatever you want real quick.
Okay, so everything is all linked to johnnyptv.com, even Breaking Balls podcast, at Breaking Balls podcast or breakingballspod.com. Just Google it. You'll find everything, and it's on all your social media podcast platforms and everything else. I make fun of everybody in the podcast that don't promote it the right way, and I'm stuttering right now. But yeah, just Google it. Breaking Balls with Johnny P.
Well, thank you again. My door's always open. I appreciate everyone watching.
Thank
I'll see you next week. And remember, tell everyone you love them. Ciao.